Yes, so hello everybody. Once again, I'm Ezekiel Kuhoga. I am also many things. I'm a photographer, videographer, but I'm not as professional as my friend. It's just a given self-title. So I'm also a coach or a mentor. Also, this is a self-given title. I just realized some people just give themselves title. But I participated as a mentor at Talent Hub program last year from November to May, and looking forward to continue. They were happy with my service, so I verified myself. So I will do it again this year. Yeah, apart from that, I'm a content creator. I used to call myself a beginner content creator. Now I guess I'm no longer a beginner. I'm slightly upgrading to professional, slowly. Yeah, I think that's all for now. I have a company. I call it Kuhoga. And under that company, I have various projects that I wish to establish here in Finland. I have Kuhoga Pictures. I wish one day to operate a media company. And that's why we are having this, but also Kuhoga Insights, content generation, information services. Yeah, and mostly that's it. Yeah, so today we will be discussing mostly about how we can leverage digital tools to help us in job seeking here in the city of Kuopio in particular. And maybe, of course, it should be also useful maybe in Finland. And the title may sound very, very general, I would say, but it is very sensitive because of the notion that I had put also on the marketing video. I discussed it very briefly, and I stated that one of the facts that has been revealed recently is that over 80% of jobs are nowadays available through networking. And this statement applies mostly in Finland, though I know it's the case all over the world, that 8 out of 10 jobs are given to the people who are familiar to a particular network. Only 2 are left for people to scramble over. So the competition becomes very huge. So the question comes, if that's the case, is there any really need for you to send an application later? Because if they don't know you in a particular company, they are not going to choose you anyway. Is there any use for you to send application letters? Is there any use for you to work on your CV? Some people will advise you, of course. They will say, please work on your CV. Make your CV 1 page, add some colors, add your image. But are you going to be selected if you're not known in a network? That's the question. And that's why I think this topic is so much important to discuss, because there must be another way. Otherwise, it should be the end of the world for those who are looking for jobs. Yeah, so we will be discussing, we were supposed to have 2 hours. Apologies, we couldn't start on time. Actually, I don't know if it should be a secret or not, but about 1:15, I had a call. I was about to leave from home. I had a call from LK Schools, this call, so I thought it would be so much important. And we had this call for about 15 minutes. Yeah, but good news is they invited me and they said we want to discuss with you about funding possibilities. So it's good for us as corporate talents. Yeah, so that's one of the reasons I came very late. But I do believe we will have enough time to discuss. So we may have maybe 1 or 2 breaks in between about, now how can I interest time? So now it's already 2:21. We may discuss for about 30 minutes. We can have a break and then we can come and finish the other phase which is left. Yeah, so for now I think we're going to discuss mostly on the introductory thing about digital tools and of course what I intended to discuss today. So first of all, I use the term leverage. It would be so much important to understand the term leverage. Do you have any idea what leverage means, or how would you explain it from your perspective if you hear the word leverage? Okay. No, you have any idea?
Well, I think leverage means to give this an opportunity and trying to give them the benefit of something. So this is how I can say about this.
Yes. You have an idea? Okay, so leverage, it depends always, of course, on the context that it is being used. But generally, it's like taking advantage of something. That's I define it here. So you can decide to leverage funds or capital. When you take advantage of money, that means money is not the end goal. You use money to achieve your end goal. So, for example, I can give you an example like between maybe you want to be visible and you are being given options like we either give you money or we give you people. Which one would you choose? So I would say you can decide to take money and use it as a leverage to access more people. So with money, now you can buy equipment like this. Now, for instance, I'm going to meet more people than we sit here because of this equipment. I can prepare events. I can do a lot of things with money. Yeah, though it doesn't mean that if I didn't have money, I would have done these things. It's just that I would have done less. So that's what the statement number 2, which says you just do more with less when you use something as a leverage. And leverage, it does not mean a replacement. So money is not replacing people. It just comes an advantage to reach more people. That's what it means. So even with the what we're going to discuss today about digital tools and so on, they are not supposed to come and replace anything. Say about maybe be it about job seeking. Some people will say, okay, now because of AI, I no longer have to search for jobs. AI will do it for me. It's not supposed to be that way. It's supposed to be an advantage. You use it for searching more effectively, something like that. Yeah. So let me take you briefly. What do we mean when we say digital tools? When we say digital tools, first of all, we have to understand we are in the world they call it information age. And the reason it is called information age is because it is digital-based platform. Everything that is computerized is digital. And so any complete product or anything that can deliver a certain function in the digital world, that is a digital tool or digital product. And any product can be a tool, depends on someone who is using it. So I've given an example of tools that we have. For instance, on top of there, we have communication tools such as Zoom, Teams, Google Meet. They're all digital products. We have design tools, Adobe, Photoshop, Lightroom, Canva, Microsoft Designer. We have AI platforms, and this is the area of interest today, and particularly on ChatGPT. This is where we're going to be focusing more. We have Google products, the Google Drive, Docs, emails. Also, we have Microsoft products. We have unlimited number of products, I would say. And even as days go by, new people create new platforms, new tools. So there is unlimited number. And I have put here the note that any product in the digital world can be a digital tool. It depends on you. If you can use it to achieve a certain objective, then you can call it a tool. Yes, and so like I said, we're going to dive more in this area. Even in the last workshop, we took a glimpse, I would say. Yeah, but I had compressed a lot of information in the same session. We had discussed about this, we had discussed about Canva, and I also had another topic. I don't even remember what was it, but it was a lot of information, and it was requested I should break it down. So I promised to redo the ChatGPT again, so that we can go slowly. And I don't know now if this will continue next time. Then maybe I could come with following topics. So ChatGPT, I've come to realize this is one of the very useful tools that anyone can use. Though some people have started to down talk this. If if they somehow sense you're using ChatGPT on platforms, they will start to down talk you. But this is one of the very, very useful tools for the universal. It's like Facebook. Though some people criticize Facebook, but still it serves the majority of the population. Yeah, so ChatGPT is one of the LLM. LLM means large language models, which means that it can have the conversation with anybody. It can understand and generate human-like text and have a conversation with you, just like a person. And this was developed by a company called OpenAI, and it is designed to interact naturally, to understand the context deeply, and perform reasoning, writing, translation, coding, summarization of tasks with human-like fluency. To be honest, I don't know if even this statement covers what it can do. It can do so much more. I have given examples of other models like ChatGPT, but they are not from OpenAI. So for example, we have this DeepSeek from China. Many people now are talking in favor of this over ChatGPT. I don't know why, but many people speak in favor of DeepSeek. So I will not read the text so we don't spend a lot of time. I may send you this file if you're interested. Right. We have Cloud. This was developed by Anthropic in the US. And also in the text, I have explained some features which may differentiate it from ChatGPT. Yeah, but in most of the text, ChatGPT is somehow, I would say, favorable to the majority of people. Yeah, most of these models, they are more specific in certain areas. So maybe researchers, for instance, I can say like Gemini, this is said to be more specific for researchers. So maybe they would find it easier to interact with this, I'm assuming. I also got it from the internet. I tried to use it a little bit. I didn't like so much the conversation we were having. It's like talking to different people and liking to talk to someone because the way he responds, he breaks down the things. So both persons can be giving useful information, but someone, the way he breaks it down, you like it. That's how I liked ChatGPT. I thought it tries to break things down, and it uses the language which can penetrate my mind easily. Yeah, so we also have Mistra, which has been developed by France. Interesting feature about Mistra is that it can run even on the computer itself without depending on the online service. Like OpenAI, you have to run it on the browser. You can't run it as an independent app. But for this one, they say you can run it on your computer. I haven't tried to use it. We also have this under Facebook. I don't know how should I pronounce this? I have no idea. Yeah, so it is under Facebook. And last one, this one under Elon Musk, developed by XAI. So, and these are not the only ones. There should be a lot of different models which are currently developed. So before we proceed, I would love to know who is already familiar with AI in general and ChatGPT. You're familiar already. Okay, you're familiar already. Okay, great.
Only ChatGPT.
Okay, great. So we're on the same team. Of course, for me, I'm familiar with other models, but at the end, I chose to base there. Are you familiar already?
Yes.
Okay, great. Yeah, so in summary, different LLMs are like different personal assistants. This is something which a lot of people need to know, especially students. Because I hear now some lecturers are complaining. You ask a simple question, people are on ChatGPT, and they tell it to the teacher exactly as they have been given. Yeah, and I believe that's a mistake. Yeah, we're not supposed to use it as a replacement. We are supposed to use it as the help. So you can use it, but you have to be interactive. You have to be between the content. So they should act as personal assistants. Some are more conversational and accessible, like ChatGPT. Others are built for developers, research, and specialized environment, like I said before. And the point I emphasize here is that what makes ChatGPT particularly powerful for job seekers is the accessibility. You don't need to be so technical to know how to chat very technical terms to be able to have that conversation. You can still get responses, though it will differ. We'll see how we will continue. And also the natural conversation flow, you may not know how to chat with it in a very efficient manner, but the conversation can lead you to the best conclusion. That's the good thing. And also ability to act as a personal career coach, you can use this to guide you. Yes, you don't need the programming knowledge or special setups, just the prompts. Yeah, so let's take a look how this thing works. We're gonna dive again into this ChatGPT. Let me end this one, and then maybe we will come back later. So this is supposed to be a discussion, a workshop. So I'm not the only one who should be talking all the time. Feel free to add a point. Feel free to disagree. Feel free to correct. I'm not supposed to sell you false information. Yeah, so please correct me. I stand to be corrected, and let's cooperate. Let's cooperate so that we can explore together. It may happen at some point you have a particular point which I have no idea about. Yeah, so where can I start? I had to use this, the new platform that I haven't used before, so that we can start together from the scratch. I was assuming somebody could come here that has absolutely no idea about this. Yeah, so I would believe this would be the best place to start. Or maybe we can start here for if anybody has not taken time to explore. Yeah, so we have this, which stands for a new chat. If you just want to start afresh, you can come to the new chat. If you have done any previous chat before, you should have this list here, though they are always listed down here if you have already have some conversation. We have the library here, which should indicate if you have generated any pictures, documents, something like that. You should have all of them in this page here under this category. And also we have the projects. The way I can define this project is like it is more contextualized environment already. So the conversation should be more relevant if you decide to create a particular project. So for example, you want to dive in the area of investing. And please, did you remember to come with your laptops?
Yes.
Please, let's go together.
What girl?
Do you have your laptop?
Unfortunately.
I have extras.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I did.
Yes, we can take a look together. You never know, maybe we can discover something new, even if you are already familiar with it. Yeah, so if you haven't used this project, you can try to add a project. You can choose any, but the very interesting thing about adding a new project is that you are creating the context, you are creating the environment that this AI will be operating in. And you can add the files, you can add images, you can add code files, you can add documents. And from here, if you are starting to have that discussion with AI, it should be able to navigate through your documents. So I believe you can have the best conversation if you have been able to create a project. And I will go to grab a glass of water.
Why you didn't tell me I can maybe this time?
Yeah, so we will
Yeah, but I
not
don't know
necessarily do
what you
anything
told me.
here in the project, but I just wanted to show you that you can create your own project. And you can add, if you have any documents, you can add here. If you have any files you may want ChatGPT to refer to, you can add it here. And then after that, after you have added files, it should be written here. And now whatever you chat here, so this machine will be referring to the documents and all the information that you have provided.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's
I can-
Aurora.
Aurora.
Yeah,
Pusha,
A.
I can put it.
Okay, yeah, thank you so much.
I can have it if it's only if it's okay.
Obviously, you can.
Okay, we'll give 2 minutes
Yeah.
for Pooja to join. Do I remember your name correctly?
Yeah.
So we will open ChatGPT or what?
Yes, you can open already. Yeah, okay, so that was it about the adding the project. So you can always add a particular project you want to work on. If you add documents, it should help you to analyze the document, and the conversation should be improved a lot from this. Yeah, apart from that, maybe we can only navigate. If you come bottom to the left, and you can click here your profile. You should be able to sign in, but I don't know if you're using
Yeah,
that computer,
profile.
it should be difficult. Maybe you can continue without signing in. If it lets you, I don't know. I haven't tried without signing in.
Okay, I have already signed in, so what do we need to do in the profile?
Okay, that's what we are doing next. So you can come to the bottom left here. There should be some sort of a profile name, like you
Yes.
see. And then when you have clicked it, it should give you different options. You can go to settings, that's where I'm interested in.
Okay.
Yeah, of course there are other options to upgrade the plan, to personalize the stuff. We're gonna take a look also at personalization, but let us start in the settings. I think we need to see what's here. So the first thing, if your model appears the same as mine, you should see the General tab, then Notification, then Personalization, Apps and Connectors, Data Control, Security, Parental Control, and Account. Do you see the same thing?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So we can go very quickly here. For example, from the General, you can change the appearance. Do you want it to appear dark? You can change it. It can be dark, or it can follow the system by default, which my PC is dark. You can choose light. If you want to feel alive, sometimes you have to use the light. Yes, but also we have the accent color. You can change the language. Or you can allow it to auto-detect, or you can specialize the language so that it trains it that particular language. Yeah, and also you can choose the voice in the notification. There are many things. We are not going to go through them all. We also have the personalization. How do you want to call you, the nickname? You can tell it about your occupation. You can tell about the interest. Though there is a reminder, maybe if we're gonna go back to the presentation, you will see it. Always limit how much information you want to share, because whatever you share to this AI can be accessible by anyone else who will want to search about you. And this thing doesn't, it should know, but it may allow some accidents where somebody can access your private information. So you can give information, but always be that vigilant. Yes, and also apps and connectors, if you can see also that option. This one, if it works, for me it says no connections available from what I can see here. I don't know how, I'm not able to move it to your side. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I was using another window, sorry. Yes, I was using the other window. I should cancel this. This is confusing. Yes, so we have appearance here, we've already discussed, so I was here. It shows no connectors available, but I have no idea yet because I haven't tried. But it should be able to connect, for instance, with Canva, some other apps, so that they can be working together. If you generate a presentation here, you should be able to go to Canva, or you can take from Canva to the AI Yes, if there are any connections. I haven't figured out yet how to establish this. And we have the data control as well. If you want to delete all the chats, it may happen. You go to the library, you use their computer, every conversation will stay there. So if someone accidentally logs in and sees your account, they can be able to trace your conversation. So you can always remember to come here and delete all the chats, or you can archive all conversations. You can manage all the links that you have given and also maybe you have received. You can even export the whole conversation that have been made. Security as well, you can decide to log out of all devices that you have logged in. For instance, you have logged in now with your email. After we finish, you can log in, you can log out here. Yeah. Yes, I think that's it. That's it. I think there's nothing more apart from that. But now let's go back to the presentation and see how we can. Yeah, let's just go for about 5 minutes, and then we can take a short break. So how ChatGPT works, I'm glad that almost all of you are already familiar, so I should not take a lot of time here. But you always give an input, which they have decided to name it prompt and get a response back. The good thing is, every input you give always gives you a response, or every input. Yes, but the difference is, the better the input, the better the response. So if you you just ask a very general question, how can I get a job in Finland? You will also get a very general response, which may not be useful to you. But if you know how to contextualize your question, and I've put here the 3 rule that I believe should be helpful for effective prompting in AI. Number 1, so I was using example, for example, if you want to make your CV, you don't just give a prompt to write my CV. It will write a CV, but it may generate a very general CV that may not be very good for you. Instead, you can add a context. So on the second line, I've written the complete context, like write my CV as a marketing student in Finland, applying for internship, focusing on the teamwork and social media skills. So it will know how to put together the words that corresponds to this context. And number 3 is conversational. You can tell it, make it shorter, make it more professional, make it funny or something like that, so it can customize the response to suit a particular environment. Reminder, which I think some of it I've already stated, always review the text or the response you get. So the mistake I think most students do is just they give a prompt, they get the whole article or report, they just take it and send it to the teacher. Sometimes it does mistake. I've even noted myself a couple of times. It tells the wrong dates. So even the mathematics. One time I was trying to calculate the investment. Somebody asked me from my own country to calculate how much he should have in his investment if he was contributing a particular amount monthly. So I first did it on paper, and then I also asked the machine to do it. Did a mistake. So I had to trace it, and at the end of the day, I realized it made a mistake. Yeah, but also don't share personal and sensitive details. Think of it as your digital helper, not as a replacement. Yeah, maybe we can have like a 5-minute break, and then we can come to this. We can start here at finding job opportunities. We can do together in the PCR. Let's take a very short break. And Suman, though I already spoke about your job, maybe you can tell again.
All right. Hi everyone.
The camera. You can come on
Oh.
front of the camera. No, you don't have to.
I'm like just sitting like.
Alright. Hi everyone. My name
Suman Shrestha. I've been here for about 1 year. Currently, I'm learning Finnish language. And I would say back in the country, I was English teacher. I've been like sales and even marketing. That was something I did. And I also took like diploma course in photography and videography. And right now, I really wonder if I have done if I have learned more skills, because it seems like skills are really important than anything else, rather than studying like maybe academic degrees. So I think that's kind of helping me right now, and like, I'm really doing something that I really love to do. Yes.
Great.
Because
Yeah, thank you so much. I think that also gives us a good starting point. Yes, for our discussion. Again, I'm going to go back to the same discussion I've had with you and other colleagues. That how do you introduce yourself? Do you remember? Yes, how do you introduce yourself? Because we're going to have to discuss, though we're going to have to use AI, but you have to remember I said AI, particularly ChatGPT, should be a leverage, should be an advantage, which means you need to have your own separate plan somewhere, and then you take it like a booster to make it more effective. But you need to have a complete mindset about seeking for opportunities. Number one, you need to know how to sell yourself. So, would you allow me to use an example? Do you remember how you introduced yourself? You introduced yourself again, and that was it.
Yeah, that was it.
Why are you here?
I'm here to learn about the job opportunities.
Are you looking for job opportunities?
Yes.
That's the big thing. So if you're looking for job opportunities, what if she has the opportunity that may be suitable for you? How would she know?
Introducing myself properly, yeah, and
Yeah, so of course you don't have to redo again, but that's point number one. So whenever you go outside, whenever you meet people, the first thing which comes to your mind should be to sell yourself. Yeah, do not try to, I'm not saying you did that, but I'm saying under any circumstance, even myself, I'm trying to teach myself every day. Don't try to think that this person may not be suitable to help me. It happens sometimes because of the environment. You may say, I don't need to tell this. I need to meet maybe with the executive employer from a particular company. Then I would tell about this. But sometimes it may happen. Maybe I'm not the one with the opportunity. Maybe she has someone in her mind, or she knows somebody who has been looking someone. There are people who got opportunities just by introduction. They say, I'm a photographer, and now I'm just looking for projects. And someone is having an event, they have been looking for a photographer, and they just matched like that. So that's number one way of looking for opportunity, proper introduction. Yeah, and in the 2 meetings we have been also with Suman in both of the meetings, and we saw that you should always start by telling by what you do. I loved how the 2 ladies here introduced themselves. Though you mentioned Vamos, yes, but you first said what you do. She said she's, could you tell again?
Expert by experience.
Expert by experience, so definitely you know she's an expert by experience, yes. And how do you remember how you said it also?
Coach.
Yeah.
She's a coach,
Yeah.
so you definitely know she's a coach.
Yeah.
And if you have been needing a coaching service, you just know exactly where to go. Yeah, so next time you are given a chance to introduce yourself, just arrange yourself. What should you start to say first? Of course, you can give a lot of explanation afterwards, but sometimes someone may not have that much time. They will just listen to you, and then somebody interrupts, please, can you come? And then that's it. Yeah, so like myself, saying I'm studying or I used to study, that will be the very last statement. I will start by telling what I do. I'm a coach, I'm a photographer, I'm that. Of course, if you're not interested, not everybody can be interested in your product, but it may happen. If somebody's interested, then they know. The thing is, always someone will be interested in what you serve. Always there's somebody interested. But what happens is that most of the time they have no idea if you exist. So we're always closed in. We are waiting for the right environment to open up. And the right environment always passes by. Yeah, so that was number one. It's not written here.
I have a
Yes,
question
please.
here. Yeah, so when we are not doing anything, for example, you have said that these two
Yes,
introduce themselves really well because they are working or they have a field which they work in.
yes,
But then, for example, for me, I am a fresh graduate and then I come here for my master's.
yes.
In the meantime, whatever I did was not actually something that I can imply to Finland.
Mhm.
So that's something I cannot actually, explain to someone that I was an intern in a bank. I cannot imply it in my introduction. So actually, people who are only studying or just fresh graduates, how can they incorporate their strengths or anything that they want to tell in their introduction, or how else can they introduce themselves other than telling that this is the major I have been I have grabbed, or this is the major that I have completed, so I know about this field. Even if it's academically only,
Yeah.
I know about this field. So that's I don't know how else can a fresh graduate introduce or incorporate anything in their introduction.
Very good and tough question.
Yes.
I need some help. No, can you help me on that one?
Well, of course. For this kind of question, I would only say that the first thing when you try to introduce yourself, try to make. There are two sides of this kind of story. First, your tone, when you have nothing. Like for example, you see how loud I can talk. Like Natasha here, sitting on that side of the room, is can hear me. So when you have nothing, so you have to play it like this a little psychologically. To try to involve the person, like everyone in the room, with your voice, with your tone, and to try to integrate them into your own conversation. The first thing is build them an interest, in short. The second thing is like if you don't have any experience, let's for example say, of course, again, like let's say an example of me. I don't have I belong to a healthcare profession, so this my healthcare experience cannot apply here, but I would still say that I have an interest. You can talk about your interest and how you aspire. So these are the things that you can introduce, but try to introduce in 2 or 3 lines. Like you can sum up those things and in 1 or 2 lines, like which you can always use at some occasions if you don't need. So you can come up with those lines. Maybe you can write it down, start practicing, and then whenever you have a chance, you can say it up there.
Okay. Is there anything you may add? What was your name again?
Mazar.
Mezar.
Mazar.
Mezar? I need to practice that. I will ask you again. Could you add to that question?
Maybe
Anything.
she can't say that fish. Like he said,
Okay.
he can't speak in this book.
Okay. What would you add?
I heard it depends where you introduce yourself. Yeah, is it a group group job, or it's just only friends or not? So
Yeah. Okay.
yeah, but I don't have any idea how can 100% to introduce yourself.
Yes. How would you do that? Or just a name is enough. Of course, it works. Just say, guys, I'm Ezekiel. Happy to be here. How would you?
Yeah, actually, I got to learn this one thing, that introduction is very important, where I missed like crucial part to introduce a part of me, that I can again say that I'm a digital marketing expert. I have been doing digital marketing for the last 7 years. I've been working with American companies and other companies from Canada and Europe. So I have this digital marketing expertise in this field for the last 7 years, and now I'm doing my master's to take it to the next level.
Now we are talking.
Very good.
Now we're talking.
Yeah.
Imagine.
Yeah.
All of that, none of us knew.
I'm sorry, yeah, I totally
None of
missed
us
that and
knew.
I catch it up. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so she asked a question now. Now, imagine you haven't done all of that you said you have done, but you are here and you have to introduce yourself. What would you do?
I'm sorry, I didn't get it.
If you didn't
Yeah.
do the digital marketing
Okay.
work, you didn't work with those companies, but you
Okay.
have to introduce yourself.
So if I have to introduce myself, then I have a strong passion for marketing. I like creativity and I do crafting. So this is a field where I'm really interested in, and I'm looking for opportunity in marketing or
Amazing. I love
creativity and
that.
crafting.
I love that. So that's one. I love that. Any?
I love this one. It's really good.
Natalia, how would you add? What would you add?
I also think it's possible.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Welcome.
I love that.
Please come and
Thank you for
No,
coming.
no,
Please suit yourself. Anyway,
Uh,
you can extend a chair if you want to sit over there. You can sit here.
Yeah.
You can
Yes,
sit here.
I believe I'm loud enough. Yes, and so I said it in the beginning before some of you came. I must say it again that I am filming this session to publish on social media. If for some reason you don't want to appear on these videos at all, please let me know. I may film everything here, but later I will sit down and do some editing. So if you don't want to appear and you let me know, I can try to either add a brow or I can even cut the whole part or something like that, or I may even not publish the session at all.
No
Yes. Yes, but the reason I'm doing this is to be able to reach other internationals who may be interested in what we discuss. Yeah, that's the primary reason here. Yeah, so thank you. Well, I really loved the discussion. This question was fantastic. For me, I think I can only add to what my sister did over there. She has given us both version. So you should be able to explain yourself based on what you have done already. As far as it is the area of your interest. I would say if you have been working in the place where you reject, don't mention it. Because it will keep on attracting the same opportunities. Yeah, unless you want to go back again or you want to continue to survive, don't mention it. So mention the area of your strength and interest. If it happens you don't have any place where you have worked before, first, like she said, explain even your education and your interest. Like, I've been interested in this area, I have strength in this area, something like that. And what I can add, I can say that's another assignment. Should you be there without doing anything after your graduation, if you haven't got a job? You should be doing something. You should be doing something. So it's another assignment where even if you haven't got a job, get up and say, okay, you know what? I'm going to start content creation. I'm going to talk about this thing. I'm going to talk about accounting. I'm going to talk about digital marketing. Or I'm just going to offer these services to businesses. Even if businesses have not accepted yet, you have already earned your title. Like, okay, I'm going to start maybe asking if they can resource to me the accounting work. So I don't know what the title will be. You have to form your own title. And then you just have it as much as you have already reached to a point where you have decided, like, I'm going to be an outsourced accounting specialist. Then that's your title. Guys, I'm an outsourced accounting specialist. If you are doing business, you're looking for an accountant, you can't afford the ones who are already existing, I can help you. You already have a job. So you should be doing something. That's the answer I would give. Yeah, you have graduated, you haven't got a job, you have to get something to do, because otherwise, why did you go to the university? Because the university gives you these assets. After that, all you can do is to open back those chapters and see which one could you try to do on your own. And actually, for me, this is the best marketing way to sell yourself out there. When you start to do something even before you get it. But I even was having a discussion with Suman, and we were discussing like, yeah, it's very common preparing a CV and a cover letter and sending it. But the thing is, 2,000 people are sending applications to a vacancy which needs 5 people. What's the chance you're standing? And that's the case. And you are in the WhatsApp group. I don't know when you joined in that WhatsApp group. Before you joined, I guess I shared one screenshot I took from LinkedIn. Pirio Oksanen, if you know her, she's the boss of employment office. She had even put a post on LinkedIn, and she said she was very surprised because one company, I don't remember what was that company. And she said after they announced that vacancy, only one person was needed. They had received more than 100 applications, and she was shocked. And she said, unfortunately, we are unable to interview all of these people.
Okay.
We are unable. Yeah, so that's the situation. If 100 of you sending and they need somebody quick, they will not do anything. Yeah. So the advantage goes to those people who have already proven themselves. Now it's easier to pick somebody from the network because they have already known each other. Yeah, for me, I don't see anything evil about picking someone from the network because even if it was me, with my business, now I can even call someone very quickly. Now we are not working together as, I would say, as employer-employee or partners, but since I've already worked with him, I know him. If I get the money quickly and I need somebody, I would definitely give him a chance. Yeah, I would definitely give him a chance. So I believe many businesses also do the same. So the best thing you can do is to increase your visibility by doing something ahead. And then when they see how active you have been, they will start calling you. Could you help us with this? Yeah, so that was great question.
Thank you.
I believe you got something.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, okay, so we will discuss more when we are about to close up. Where was I? Yeah, so we were here now finding job opportunities. Yeah, so that was part number 1, introduction. Introduction is so much important. Yeah, always start by telling about your strength. After your name, tell about your strength. I'm studying masters in whatever. For me, I can barely count it as a strength. But it is something which everybody does. Yeah, but you can make it last. But find your strength first, and then find a way to make it the second statement after your name. Yeah. So about finding job opportunities. So another question comes: if you knew, now for instance, now she already knows every opportunity that you need, how would you ask her for an opportunity? Maybe you can try to ask her for an opportunity. Assume she already knows everything about all the opportunities.
So as I already mentioned, Maria, that I have digital marketing expertise, and I've been working with other companies for the last 7 years, and I have worked in Dubai also for 3 years with a big pizza franchise company. So I can do social media marketing. I have worked with outsourcing companies where you where you know how to cut down your cost. So this is one of the strengths that I have in this industry as well. So if you do have an opportunity open for me, so please let me know.
Great. You don't have to answer.
No, but
No, I have to start a business first. Then I would hire you.
Okay, great. How would you ask her for an opportunity? Assume she already knows about any opportunity you can think of.
So you need to put up things together.
Is there? So would you love to try? Okay.
You
It's
can
okay.
pass it on.
It's okay. How would you ask?
Okay, hey Maria, I am a marketing enthusiast and I can work in marketing. Right now I'm interested in sustainable startups. So it would be nice if we work together and we can build a company together.
Great. But you didn't ask for an opportunity. You only introduced yourself and said what you could do.
Yeah,
The point was to ask for an opportunity.
okay. So let's say Maya is starting a circular startup.
Yes.
So yes, right now I'm really interested in working in circular startups, and I think I can bring insights for your company. So if you have any opportunity, please let me know. I think we can build something great together.
Okay, great. Okay, Suman, you don't have to record them on this. You can just focus on me. Okay. Okay, that was good. Brother Ahmed, how would you ask?
Okay. No, I don't have any idea how can I ask about marketing or
Okay.
marketing.
Okay. My sister, please tell me your name again.
Masara.
Mesarit.
Yes.
Now I got it. Mesarit.
Hey Maria, my name is Masara. I'm the H1 from the developer, and if you have any open job position, please let me know, and I will leave my contact information in case you have open job.
Okay, that was great. Yes, how would you ask?
And Mustafa, and you know that my main subject is accounting and finance in my country, and I did the job about 10 years in accounting job as a senior executive in my country. After that, I have here also I have completed the masters in accounting and finance, and for that reason I think I am capable of doing the accounting job very perfectly. And in my previous job I handled many things because I worked in the head office, and I did work as a coordinator, and I handled about 9 factories under me. And for this one I think I can take the risks, and I am a hardworking person. It is the main asset I think in my in case of capability. And now I am feel interested to do anything. If I am not able to in the official job, I in the another case manual job or any job I am interested to do. If you get any opportunity for me, you can refer me.
Okay, great, great.
Such a great talents here. The room full of talents. So
Yes, we can tell.
I'm really impressed.
Yes, and would you like to take your jacket off, or would you like to stay?
No,
Are you feeling cold?
no problem.
Okay. Okay, great. Okay, great. We will talk more about this, of course, later. But the point was, just as much as you would have asked her for an opportunity, now if you would ask for my opinion, I would say you all did great. She did, I think, the best. You also did great because she already established this context, very big context. Yeah, so of course, it always depends on the availability of the opportunity. Yes, but the good thing is, if she ever sees an opportunity, she can quickly snap who to contact. Yeah, but if you have not really established yourself very specifically that you can be of help to that position, it becomes even hard. I can give you an example. Even myself, there are some other people who got interested in what I do, and they contact me and they say, "Well, we want to come and help you." And of course, I want someone to come and help me out in my initiatives. But the thing is, what could I give you? Should I give you photography role? And I'm not sure if you are familiar with photography. Should I give you the administrative role? And I don't know if you are familiar with the administrative activities or something like that. So it becomes hard even for me to give you something to do if I don't know yet your grounds. Yeah, we will talk more about this. So that's exactly how you do with the AI. So we're gonna dive specifically on ChatGPT because we have to pick a platform. For me, my preference is ChatGPT. So if you are looking for an opportunity with AI, the same you would do for a human being, the same you should do for this machine. You put the context in a way that it can understand you. But of course, with caution. Do not provide details that you think they are personal, they are private. Don't give private information to AI. Because if you give it, anyone else can access it. Yeah. Though for some people it's not a big deal, they have nothing to lose, like myself. But for some people, this information is very sensitive and it can bring a huge case, like it did some years ago with the Facebook thing. Yeah, so you always make sure you provide the context. So I had written here that when looking for opportunities, so this was the practical thing we're going to try. We're going to try to do together. So always, first of all, define the context. Who are you? What have you studied? What is your strength? Stuff like that. What are your interests? And then after that, you ask for an opportunity. So now I'm looking for a job. And also you have to specify the context in Kuopio, or in Isami, or in Joensuu. And then the AI will have to go around, search for the information. And your context defines the perimeter, how far it can go. And if it can concentrate on the particular area, that's how more specific your responses will be. Yeah, so we can give this a try. We can try to ask for an opportunity. So I had suggested try to use the prompt to understand the job market in Finland at the moment. I'd love to know what prompt you will use. And you can try to know how is the employment situation in the city for a moment. And you can try to of course, you can give your field, you can talk about your field. And then we would love to know what recommendation we get from the platform, and also what are the best sites to know about any job advertisement. So these are like practicals. Maybe you can open up your laptop and then try to enter some prompt. And then I would love to know what prompt you gave and what response you got.
Similar question.
Yes, please.
Do you mind like being in a camera, like vertical videos, and you're directly in the video?
Okay.
So just
If it's okay, it's not a problem for us.
because we have to ask permission.
If you want, you can come.
Yeah.
So
So here. It's okay. You can.
So what
I don't mind, but I need to look beautiful.
That also works.
you're always beautiful. So no need to do it.
Thank you.
Yes, and before, of course, you proceed, I'd love to introduce her. So this is my wife.
We met once actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, please. Thank you. Yeah. So let's try to add some. You can use your phone. Yes.
What we will do? We will ask for.
Let's look for opportunities.
Okay.
Let's try to find any job opportunity anywhere. Now I would love to know about your thoughts. What would you ask? Would you want to try? Would you want to try? You can try with your phone if you can with it. Yes. So I suggested you can try first to understand the job market at the moment, and then try to ask about the employment situation in the city. Of course, you can ask in the country. Assume you are now looking for a job. That's the basic assumption. So these are my assumptions, and I would also maybe try. Would you like to try? You can try if you want. Okay, so did you already manage? So who is done already? Ahmed, are you done?
Yeah,
Okay, so what did you ask?
yeah, I asked him. Yeah, I told him I'm looking for a job here in Kuopio in Finland as a nurse. I have experience for 10 years, and also I have to certificate here in Finland and in Egypt. And I'm interested to work in emergency department and children department also. How can you help me, and how can you help me to find a job here in Kuopio? And he told me, yeah, what I need. I need professional license and recording and also language skills. You should learn Finnish language because it's important in this field.
Yes.
And how can you apply for a job? If you are close for license and language, so you can start to applying for a nurse professional.
Fantastic. So you see how much the information has been very specific and very relevant to your field. Yeah, so that also depends on how you had established the ground before you asked that question.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyone else who is done and would love to tell us? Did you finish? Did you manage?
Yes, I have finished, but then I'm reading the answer.
It's long.
Yeah, it's a very long answer.
Okay, you don't have to. I can show also here very basically. Also, this is a very long answer.
Yes.
Yeah, myself, I established the ground very briefly. I'm a photographer and videographer with a bachelor degree in videography and production from Turku University. I'm now looking for job opportunity in the city of Kuopio, Finland. How's the employment situation currently in Finland? And I got, the good thing is, you can see, they establish also a base here. Like here's the summary of current employment situation in Finland, relevant to you as a photographer, videographer, looking in the Kuopio region, along with how you might interpret it for a job search. So even if we don't read the whole text, the good thing to know here is that they have taken every word I had asked into consideration. So every response you get will be relevant to the information that you have provided. So exactly like how we were asking for opportunity, like if you introduce yourself properly, then she is in the position to respond very efficiently and very accurately, depending on your need and of course depending on the availability of the opportunity. But if you just, because I also receive some text from many people who are following my videos on TikTok, Facebook. Bro, I need a job. Can you help me to get a job? So I may know someone who needs a cleaner, but do I know if you need it to do a cleaning job? Or I may know someone who needs, for instance, I announced some positions which were published by the International House Kuopio. They needed a driver. They also needed some chef and cook, taco, hotel. And somebody just says, please, can you help me to get a job? The thing is, how do I know if you need a job as a driver? So, but if you introduce yourself properly, bro, I've done driving calls, I've done this, exactly like what you did. It becomes easier for me to know this is for you exactly. And it even becomes easier for me to even remember you among the big crowd of people because of the way you had put yourself very specifically. I can remember you. Yeah. It becomes very easy. So if you go through this, then you can find a lot of very relevant information to know exactly about the situation. So the first for me was to know about the employment situation currently in Finland, and I could continue to ask how is the job availability in Kuopio. Now I don't even need to specify more because I've already established the context. So this should answer depending on the information I provided before. Yeah. Well, I was not very specific. What this means for you, of course, it brought by and say, okay, the good news, the fact that companies, they say they need skilled labor is a plus. You have a degree in videography and production. Yeah, so it always refers to the information that I've given before. And it tells the challenges as well. The number of new vacancies is going down, especially in your region. Eastern Finland, this means overall competition is probably higher. This news, despite it being negative, it's still very good news. Because there's no such thing as bad as being misinformed or uninformed. That you think there are opportunities and you apply and you don't get. And I think this has been the case for most internationals in Finland. Because some of the people, they do believe that opportunities are there, but they are being denied. Like, you can't have this, this is for them. Yeah, a lot of people do believe that Finns benefit more. Yeah, it is until when they come to know that there are also many Finns who can't get jobs, even in the nursing. And Finns, they speak Finnish language, but they still also can't get the jobs in the nursing. And many have been also laid off following this situation that has happened. So many people, after coming to learn about this news, then they get that at least mental peace, and maybe they have now a chance to rearrange themselves to enter back into the competition. Because otherwise, you will ask yourself, why bother? Why should I send applications? Because they will deny me anyway. They have to give them opportunity. Yeah, so sometimes it's good even to get this news. Then you know the situation, or because it's tight, maybe I don't have an opportunity because there's no opportunity. And then you know how to rearrange yourself. Yeah, so that was it. You get very relevant information.
Yes.
Okay, the next thing, maybe you can ask. I only asked about the situation in Kuopio. I didn't ask for the open vacancies.
Okay.
You can try also on your phone. You can ask on the same conversation, what are the possible open vacancies? I would ask, is there any open vacancy? Well, the negative aspect is that you have to read, and some people are lazy, they don't want to read too much. Yeah, but the good thing is reading helps to break down that context. You understand better. Yeah, so now, for example, I've asked about open vacancies. They give me very straight recommendation. Nudu is one, advertising for photographer, part-time self-employed contractor covering various assignments. And they have put that work start as soon as possible in flexible hours. So that's one. And of course, they've given me only one recommendation. Maybe you can try and see.
It's given me 3 recommendations.
3 recommendations. Could you tell?
Okay, so it's given me a role as a logistics specialist somewhere, and it has said that while this is more logistics or operations than marketing, it shows companies in sustainability space are active in Kuopio, and it is open to adjacent roles. So this could be a potential in for me.
Amazing.
And then there was this role in marketing and communications job in Kuopio, a listing from Jobly, and they have specified that this is not explicitly sustainability oriented, but you could position yourself as a marketing link.
Fantastic.
Okay, and then this regional job boards. The site for Kuopio employment areas shows current vacancies which you should monitor. But then this is not any specific opening. This is just a suggestion.
Okay, great.
To look for where I can look.
Great.
And then it also gave me something that I can do.
Okay.
Like using keywords in my job search, scanning regularly, reach out proactively, and tailoring my CV and cover letter and language, everything.
Amazing, amazing. Brother Ahmed, did you get any open vacancies?
Yeah, he said you should check make sure the job exactly say registered nurse. ensure your Finnish language or Swedish language.
Yes.
It's important for that, and also check the cost details, accepting the conditional.
Okay, great. Well, since now we only have about 15 minutes left, I will try to rush up a little bit, and we don't have to stay here for long. But what we need to know is that this information is here based on what is available in the network, in the digital platform. Yeah, basing on what I stated when I began, that 8% of jobs available nowadays are given through, direct communication. People who are already familiar in the network. This thing is real. It's real. Yeah, it's so unfortunate that, I don't know if I should say it's so unfortunate, but it is hard for companies to admit it openly because for some reason it does not obey the law. According to the law, every vacancy should be given access equally to everyone in the public. Yeah, but as a business person, I cannot just pick anyone randomly. Anyone can sit down and have the CV worked out. I can help you to work your CV. I can make it the best in the world, but that doesn't make you the best. So business people know that CVs don't tell necessarily the truth. Yeah, that's why they want first to establish connection, and then after that they say, please, could you now send me your CV so I can know about you better? But after I have known you, like, okay, now you do this thing. Yeah, so this information may come this way, but you have to understand it may not necessarily be the true opportunity. Yeah, but as you say, they've encouraged you to communicate, make a call, ask, establish the conversation with the company to know if they really need a person. And then you can continue from there, as far as I can understand. Yeah, but next thing I can do very quickly for about maybe 2 minutes, we can go to the CV. You just need to write a prompt. Now I need to apply for this position in Nundu. Could you make me a CV? That's it. And then they should make a CV. I can add and cover it. Yeah, so they'll just ask for that information because I didn't tell my name, something like that. That's why they have not added the names. But if I had given my name, my contact information, everything, it should have been written there automatically. Yes, so that's the CV, the cover letter. And the good thing is after every response, they always ask some question. If you want to polish the language, if you want to make it downloadable, something like that. So once you give me those details, can be brief bullet points. I'll craft the polish CV, cover letter, ready to send to you. Well, I don't need. I just need downloadable files. Okay, so the machine is recommending something. Would you like me to, if you want, I can fill placeholder for your person, like your name, email, blah, blah, blah. I can say no need. We don't have time for that now. So you see, this is like really conversation, like not tough, anybody can do it. Option 1. And it should give me a downloadable file. Okay, try to arrange the CV. So some would copy and paste the content without necessarily taking the downloadable. The thing is, this AI, particularly ChatGPT, will not give you the decorated document. It will come very, empty with text. Yeah, and it is advisable to use, the graphics, colors, shapes, and something like that. So people prefer to use Canva. Yeah, like I said before, there should be a way to connect the two so that you can export this directly to Canva, but I haven't tried that, so I have no idea how it
What
works.
better, a CV designed in Canva or a CV that you put info in europass.com and make an Europass CV? What can work better for you?
I think it depends on your convenience. If, for instance, if I was able to connect this, which is what I'm working on now, if I was able to connect ChatGPT with Canva, I would do all of this and then ask to export it to Canva. So export to Canva, and then I can pick the design from there, the best design, and then I can use that. Yeah, otherwise I can still copy text and paste there, copy and paste, so you have the best design. But this is more inconvenient, takes more time. Yeah, it would be easy if they can just export it to Canva directly. Yeah, but apart from that, you can just copy and paste, and here we have also the text. Let's say I need a PDF format. Yeah, so after a short while, you should get the download. You can just decide to take a PDF format you can download and use it. One way this is useful, I can just do it 1 minute. This is very much useful if you use it this way, because it has been recommended that you have to use different CVs and cover letters for different positions. Yeah, because nowadays we have also recruiters who are using also digital platforms. And it is being said it's easy for them to notice you if you have been using the same CV. And if they notice it, they can easily disqualify you. So you have to customize your document, at least to be relevant to the needs. Yeah, so if you can be doing something like this, yeah, it came here. So you can just download it, and here you have your document. So if you had provided all your names and everything else, maybe you just need to go through it to see if it has correct information, and you just send it. Yeah, so the point I wanted to say is that because you have to customize your CV and cover letter for every application, sometimes you have to do 3 or 4 applications in one time. You can simply use this. So if you have already provided information to the platform, all you need to do is to either copy a link of the new vacancy, paste it here, and ask the AI, could you customize the CV based on this role? Then it reads the job announcement, it reads the strength and the needed skills, and customize your CV and cover letter. After that, you just download it and send it in just 1 minute.
I do have one question
Yes,
regarding
please.
this. There are many job platforms. Like recently, I found this platform called Varona Careers,
Yes.
and there is Jobly and others. So what you have to do, you have to go and set your profile. So it's like you already tell them in the profile that you have worked here. So as you say that for different types of position, I have to create different CVs. But in those job platforms, you're already creating a CV, filling up your profile information.
Yeah.
So in that case, will that not be contradictory? Like you're putting something in your profile, at the same time you're giving a different CV for the positions you are applying. So this is the main challenge that I face. For example, this Varona website,
Yeah.
I filled up the whole thing regarding digital marketing, and whatever there is other position, then I have to come with this thing like, I already created a different position, then how can I apply this one? So this is one problem and challenge I'm facing.
I get you.
Yeah, and some of these this kind of portals actually don't ask you for your CV or your cover letter.
Exactly.
They just
look into their profile.
Yeah, they just give the submit your profile information, the information that you have put in the profile. Just submit that and you apply to that profile. You don't need to actually put your CV and cover letter differently. But then in that case, like I have found email accounts of the responsible person for the job. I was thinking that if I can actually send him or her a mail other than the application that I have put on the platform, and I can mail him or her that I have done this is my CV and my cover letter. I can put him like personally connect or contact him in the mail regarding that. But yeah, maybe that can.
I see.
I don't know if that works or that can work or not.
Yes. Could I get help on this?
Well, I was thinking that you can still be like professional in your own field, and you can write about your experience in that field. But then you can also add that I'm willing to do any work because I'm like hardworking person, and like I think in Finland people appreciate that people are willing to do any work. That they are hardworking, and even though there's a master's degree or job experience from that field. Like if you're telling the truth always, it doesn't matter. Then you can highlight in the text if you're applying for a certain job.
Yes, maybe the little I can add here is that what you have mentioned, those companies, Joby and others, they are so-called recruitment agencies. Technically, I would say a recruitment agency is not different from you as an applicant, because they are not the one giving the jobs. Yes, they are also looking for jobs, but of course they stand a little bit better advantage because how can I put it? Because many companies nowadays, they become lazy to do the recruitment themselves, so they decide to give it to these guys. Yes. So when it comes for you to add your profile in these guys, it's well and good, but they are not employers. Yes, they are not employers. I would say they are like one bridge below you reach the employer. Yeah. So you can give them your profile. It just have to tell the truth. Yes, and customizing your CV should not bring any challenge if you are telling the truth. Yes, all I've realized that the Finnish employers always appreciate the truth. You just don't have to super exaggerate yourself. If you do that, you're disqualified the first thing they read that statement. Yeah, but if you tell the truth, of course, just decorate it in a way that it can bring, attention. And if you forward it directly to an employer, it doesn't have to be the same. Yeah, it doesn't have to be the same. Yeah, so I don't think there is any issue there. But I would recommend always to work on your CV if you can. Because it's always the matter of easier accessibility. Sometimes an employer don't have time to go to the database to look who had put the CV here. There's a lot of people who have already sent the applications to the recruitment agencies. Sometimes the employer don't have that time. They just want somebody who can act quick and send an email soon so that they can just go and pick the first 10 people. Yeah. So even if you have already put your CV, send another one. Yeah, it should be well.
I have to say, we have had such fun time with you. We have to wrap up soon, so because there's a cleaner coming soon in this space. But
yes, please. Let me
last words, maybe.
Yes, just last words. This is a very important presentation. In 1 minute, I would say, apart from everything that we have done, in order to crack the 80% rule, I believe we should do up to these things. Number one, show up. Show up to the events like this. Of course, she said here, though it was an example, she said she need to make a business something like that to hire you. But trust me, she heard what you said, and she may remember that next time. They said, guys, we need a digital expert here. She said, but there was like one lady who mentioned this. but there was no way she would have known that if you hadn't come here. So always show up, introduce yourself properly. Yes. Number 2, be presentable so that you can earn the right to get attention. Yes. So always put yourself in a way that people, they will think you're professional. Yeah. Some people, they say, you know, fake it until you make it. Even if you're not professional yet, put yourself, people will say, man, this man looks like a professional photographer. Something like that. Yeah, so you get the right to get their attention. Otherwise, they will dismiss you the second. Add persistence and consistency. Sometimes, of course, it's hard to look presentable because you have to buy the clothes, you have to, you know, get the money to go to salon, something like that. But if you keep on persisting, some people may say, okay, man, this man looks like he has something. Let's give him an ear. It works. But last, invest in visibility. Visibility is everything. You don't get opportunities because you have the best skills or because you are the best candidate. You get opportunity because you have been visible. You have been seen. Some people get opportunities to be seen by employers and they get quick access. Some people, they are behind the walls. They do their best. They could be the best people in the world, but they were not seen and they don't get it. So I would say you can live with this. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you.